Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another beautiful day in our classroom. We are going to be doing a little bit of added computation practice today because you now know how to convert whole numbers into fractions, and your next assignment is going to consist of adding and subtracting whole numbers with fractions. So let's just go ahead and dive right on in. Our first problem is 2/5 plus 3. Okay, so I'm not even going to get real complicated with this. Um, we can draw 2/5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 2/5, and then 3 wholes. There's no fancy footwork to be involved here. It's simply 3 and 2/5 because there's nothing to be reduced. Now, if you wanted to see this with the Potter's glasses, that's not a problem. We know that 3 written as a fraction is 3 ones. So 2/5 plus 3/1, 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 2 is 2. We're adding. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 plus 5, or 2 plus 15, sorry, is 17 over 5. And if I convert that into a mixed number, I know that 5 goes inside 17 3 times with 2 left over for 3 and 2/5. So if you're simply adding a whole number to a fraction, it's not very complicated. It's literally just going to be the whole number with the fraction. But just remember, you might need to reduce the fraction that it's connected to. So let's take a look at an example that's going to require you to reduce the piece that's added to it. So we have, let's think, I have 2 and 10/12 that I'm adding together. Now, if we take a look at the first way that we did this, we know that that's simply going to be 2 and 10/12. I have 2 wholes, I added 10/12 to it, so 2 and 10/12 is my answer. But I can reduce the fraction. So I'm going to divide both of them by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 12 divided by 2 is 6, which leaves us with a final answer of 2 and 5/6. All right. All right, now let's take a look at a couple of subtraction, because subtraction is where you might end up in a trickier situation. So with subtraction, if you're subtracting a whole number minus a fraction, of course your whole number is going to come first. It's going to be your minuend because your subtrahend has to be smaller than your minuend. So in this case, I'm going to start with 3 minus 2/3. Okay. Actually, I'm sorry, I meant to put 2/8. 3 minus 2/8. So the first thing I need to do is I need to convert 3 into a fraction. So it's going to be 3/1 minus 2/8. Okay. 1 times 2 is 2. 8 times 3 is 24. So 24 minus 2 over 1 times 8, which is 8. So 24 minus 2 is 22. Our denominator stays the same. Now, 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. We don't have enough to fit 3 holes, but we do have enough to fit 2 holes, and 22 minus 16 is 6. So that leaves us with 2 6/8. And then we just need to simplify the fractions. So I'm going to divide by 2 for each of those. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And that's our final answer. Okay. Really simple and straightforward. Now, let's take a look at one more that I want you to just have seen before, well, not in case. You will have to do a problem like this. I have 6 minus 4 over 1. So this means that I need to convert my whole number into a fraction. 6 over 1 minus 4 over 1. I don't even need to do Potter's glasses at this point, because I know that if my denominators are the same, I can just subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. Denominator stays the same, and I know that 2 over 1 simply equals 2. All right. So that's just a few examples to get you going before you start step 10 this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this is helpful, and we'll see you next time.